According to player reports, Ubisoft has patched Far Cry 4 to censor nudity over 10 years after the game was released. This is the only patch Far Cry 4 has received over the last 2 years. Ubisoft isn't a developer that has traditionally shied away from nudity, making this development all the stranger. Thematically, Far Cry is usually about a protagonist from a first-world country finding themselves embroiled in some conflict in a more lawless, developing land. The cultures of these fictional lands differ from the Western countries our protagonists tend to come from. In Far Cry 4's curate, nudity is more socially acceptable than in the United States, where the game's protagonist, Ajay, grew up. As a result, there are several characters with bare breasts. You also play as a nude Ajay in a specific quest, which takes place in Shandith Arena. As reported by Agent_G_2004, the woman who offers you this quest in the arena previously had her breasts exposed, but following the recent patch, she's now wearing a cloth bralette. The unnamed woman's dialogue when Ajay approaches her is, "Well, if it isn't Mr. Stare at my tits." This line still technically makes sense, but it doesn't quite have the same impact. There are also screenshots of Ajay's genitals being covered by a loincloth in that same quest, making a line from Reggie and Yogi about Ajay's member nonsensical. Why would Ubisoft do this after a decade? This is the question on the minds of the community. There's a lot of speculation that the recent Tencent acquisition of a Ubisoft-created subsidiary is responsible for these changes, but there's no evidence to support these theories. Speculation from its_fan_bruh suggests that this version of Far Cry 4 is the one used in Japan to receive Zero, Japanese Ratings Board, certification. This version of the game is used in certain countries where nudity in media is less acceptable. However, why Ubisoft would feel the need to homogenize different versions of Far Cry 4 after 10 years remains a mystery. It could be related to a potential re-release or remaster of the game in the near future. The gamer has contacted Ubisoft for comment.